Hey, Colin.
Aaron Rodgers needs to get a thicker skin and toughen up. And NBA coaches, stop letting the players walk all over you. That's coming up.
All right, Colin, thanks. Well, the Lakers have reportedly been listening to offers for Montrezl Harrell ahead of Thursday's trade deadline. Harrell may be more valuable to the team now as it looks to navigate without LeBron and AD for the next few weeks. But the reigning sixth man of the year hasn't dominated the Lakers' second unit in the same way he did the Clippers last year. So, Shannon, are you surprised that the Lakers are taking calls from Montrezl?
A little surprised, but they need an athletic big man. They need a guard, and he's one of the assets that they have that seems to be willing to get rid of. But I'm going to disagree, Skip. I think he's been as good as – I think he's been their he's been their best bench player. He's playing 3 less minutes than what he played in the Clippers, Skip. He was always in the closing lineup. Very seldom do we see him in the closing lineup for the Lakers. So naturally, we expect his numbers to be down, playing 3 fewer minutes and not in the closing lineup.
Okay.
But I'm not surprised because they got to get an athletic big, and they need a guard.
I tried to warn you about this. Montrezl is wide enough, and he's strong enough, and he's tough enough. He's just not tall enough.
Yeah, he's small.
LeBron James can play the center position much better than Montrezl can man the paint, because on defense, he just can't stand up to taller players who just score over him at will. That's what caught up with them against Denver when they're up 3-1 in the playoffs. Trez kept letting them down because he couldn't defend a Jokic or anybody with any stature inside.
Right.
So in this case, it's not surprising to me, and it's not because he's a quote-unquote cancer in the locker room, because it did go south in the locker room for the Clippers. That's not that operating
Right, he's been great here.
But you need taller, longer.
Right.
You need to go back to Dwight JaVale. You got to find somebody like that.
Right.
Because that is a glaring weakness on your part.
Well, they got 2 options. They got Andre Drummond and they got Whiteside if they get bought out.
Yeah.
And but they still need a guard, Skip.
Yeah.
I mean, Caruso hasn't taken the next step that I thought he was. He hadn't played as well as he played in the bubble. Kuzma has not been what I thought. We keep saying Kuzma, when?
He has had a lot to say. That is it for us. We are back at same time tomorrow morning while the herd is on right now with Colin Joy. Have a great day, guys.
It is a Tuesday, lively in Los Angeles. It's the herd, wherever you may be and however you may be listening. iHeartRadio, Fox Sports Radio, and FS1. Levante David, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, stopping by today. Corey Linsley, former Packer and now L.A. Chargers center, will be joining us on the show today. It is great to have you in. Joy Taylor is joining me. Joy, how are things? You got the cool glasses on today. I like that.
Thank you. It's Pac-12 or nothing.
Oh, my God, they're just running. You know, it's. I will say this. Gonzaga looks like easily the best team in the tournament. And I think the days of Kentucky and Duke and Louisville grabbing all these high school stars is over. It's Pac-12's had a good season. Good for them. But I want to start with this. So the headline of this story is, here's the latest in contract talks between Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. And I'm going to read this, and you just tell me if it doesn't quite sound right. Mike Silver of the NFL Network, he's close with Aaron Rodgers, spoke on Monday about the potential of a restructure or extension of Rodgers' contract. He noted how the Packers have not signed any outside free agents this offseason, and that lowering Rodgers' salary cap number would allow them to do that. Pause. Free agency's almost over. They're not restructuring Aaron Rodgers' deal to get free agents, because we know they don't do that. They're restructuring that contract because eventually they want to start Jordan Love and don't want to have money issues. Aaron's smart, right? This is an organization that wouldn't keep tight end Jared Cook, couldn't land J.J. Watt, didn't give him a heads up when they got rid of his quarterback coach, don't really aggressively pursue free agents. And Aaron Rodgers is supposed to do them a solid? I'm not saying he should be a bad employee, But, you know, the old saying, don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining, I'd be a little cynical of Green Bay. And by the way, great quarterbacks don't usually retire where they start. Tom Brady's now in Tampa. Peyton Manning in Denver. Brett Favre was in Minnesota. Phillip Rivers in Indianapolis. Joe Montana in Kansas City. And society is far more mobile today than it was when those players were drafted or even in their prime. Aaron and Green Bay have always had tense off seasons. I mean, name the last one that wasn't. There's always a story. Somebody bails, somebody leaves, Aaron's not happy. I mean, Brady and Belichick had mostly contract harmony for 20 years. He took pay cuts, and that didn't end well. Even Dan Marino in Miami, the Dolphins didn't pick up his contract. He had 3 offers to leave, and Dan's just like, I'm done, I'm retiring. Aaron, I know you're a sensitive guy. Aaron, I know you don't want to come across as a bad guy, but leaving Green Bay is not the end of the world. I mean, Tom Brady got Jimmy Garoppolo out of the building. Russell Wilson named teams he'd play for this offseason. Dak Prescott played hardball, got everything he wanted. Aaron Rodgers gets nothing he wants. He doesn't even get a heads up when they get rid of his quarterback coach. They wouldn't keep his Pro Bowl center, which is remarkable considering Corey Linsley was drafted in the 5th round. They got a discount on him his first 4 or 5 years in the league. They still wouldn't pay him. They wouldn't land J.J. Watt. They didn't get him a number 2 receiver. They drafted Jordan Love, then a backup running back. You got to listen, he's lucky that Aaron Jones took a team-friendly contract or they wouldn't have kept him. Dak Prescott played hardball and got everything he wanted. Shouldn't Aaron get occasionally something he wants? A little? I mean, listen, I always think there's a balance in this stuff. The team should get some stuff, and the players should get some stuff. That's how a good business runs. I get some stuff in contract negotiations. Fox does. But the idea of restructuring Aaron's contract so they'll go pursue free agents now? Really? I don't know. I wouldn't do them. I don't think.